Hello everybody, Manticore here. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft How to Build. Now today, we are going to be taking a look at a new project. And this is going to be a larger one with multiple buildings that may even go for several episodes. Today, we are going to begin building barns. Now, after that reveal, it might seem super boring, but turns out there are a few different unique styles that you can do in order to make your own classy barn. So, getting right into it here. Let's go ahead and go back into first person. And for the first barn, I've decided that we're going to go ahead and build it right down here in this section that I cleared out below Edgar's Hill. Now, I have a generic idea for this barn, and I'm just hoping that this space is going to be big enough. So, like all our builds, we're going to go ahead and start out with building the frame right down here in one of these corners. And this is going to be all the way against the wall. But we're going to try to do a more advanced build style, which, if you remember from episode 3, I think it was, that means the frame is generally on the outside of the building's walls. And I think that should be wide enough. Let's hope. Then we'll build up like this. And this is going to be kind of an interesting build, but let's take it out. So I'm thinking like 6. Yeah, about 6, and then we'll go another, let's go another 4, and then 6 more. Whoops, one too many there, I think. Alright, so that should give us an even build. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just like in actual real-life building, measure twice, cut once. It'll save you a lot of hassle if you get later into your build. Alright. Now, it looks like I did not quite clear out enough room, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove this tree really quick, or at least start the process of cutting it down. And then this will come out to about here, it looks like. Okay. So even though that is one lower than the rest of it, we'll leave it be for now. We can fix it another time. And then... This is a little close to the river. I had something else planned for right here, but I think we can fit it right there just as easily. So we'll go with this size. Now, coming down around here, we'll finish off this square frame, and this is just the main section of the building. If you're an artist or you like to draw, you might know the lesson about how you draw heads starting out with a circle and build it off of that. Well, that's kind of what we're doing here, except with a square and a building, not a head. So now that we've got this generic frame, we're actually going to go ahead and start on the wall on the inside. We are going to stick with the style of building, which is more intermediate, not quite advanced, but just the style that you'd see in regular villages where it's got cobblestone laid down on the bottom row and then the rest of it is wood. We want to try and stick with that theme for now. Although, in another video, shortly after this, we will be doing a barn that's built with more of an acacia style build and looks more like a classic barn. Not that this doesn't look like a classic barn, just it's a different style of barn. Okay, so coming right down here into the center, we want to go ahead and remove 2 of these for the door. And we're going to do that symmetrically on each side. And we'll make sure that this is even. 6 and 6? Yes, 6 and 6. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add some dirt back here really quick, just so that's not a steep drop off. And we'll level that out a bit better than that here in just a little bit. First, we want to get to the building. So now, all the way around, we're going to go ahead and add some oak. And we're going to go ahead and build this all the way up. Since this is boring, and you've probably seen it a few times now if you've watched my other videos, I'm going to go ahead and fast track this, and I will be back as soon as I've got the rest of this oak set up. Okay, now that we have the oak laid in here, you can see that we just have the 2 doorways, but I did leave these 3 high for each of them. That's because when you're riding in on a horse, which is what I'm planning on putting in this building, you can take some damage if it's only too high when you hit your head on the roof. So we're just going to go ahead and leave it at 3 for now. And then going out here to the outside, we're going to start to build a double wide roof incline for this. So going the 2 over, we'll build up 2, and then go up another 2. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then coming over here, we're going to go ahead and build this up in between the 2. And then I think we'll go ahead and do 1 more double wide increase up here. And then for this peak in the center, I actually have a special idea. Oh, and you know what? I actually messed up over here. Thought that looked a little funny. Okay. So right here in the center, we are actually now going to do something a little bit different, and we are going to go up, I'd say about, like that should be good. What is that? That's 4 blocks up from there. And then we'll go 3 on the outsides. So what this is this is a larger tall section right in the center of the building, and it's going to have a regular 1 steep stepped roof. Steep stepped? Steep stepped. That's what we're calling it now. Okay. So coming down to here, we are going to go ahead and throw in a little window right there. And this probably looks really funny, but I swear I have an idea for this. It shouldn't look too weird. We're going to go ahead and repeat this on the other side, and then I'll be back. Alright, so that was fairly quick and easy. Now, I think before we add the horizontal section of this upper area, we're going to go ahead and throw on the roof. Now, dropping down to here, we're going to go ahead and lay some half slabs on top of the outer beams. Just like that, and we'll give it the 1 overhang. And we'll come back down around to here and build it out like so. And then once we have the halves, we'll switch over to the dark oak, regular dark oak planks, I should say. And then we'll just follow that same process all the way across, rotating or alternating between the half slabs and the full planks. Okay, so we've gone ahead and finished the first half. Now I'm gonna go ahead and actually insert a little bit of a wall here, and I'll show you guys what we're doing. We're just gonna go ahead and extend these oak planks all the way across, and I think, for now we'll go ahead and do this top one. Now, the reason I'm hesitating on the middle row is I want to add a bunch of windows in here. So now, how many blocks do we actually... I'm not going to count that out. We're just going to go ahead and try adding... maybe do 2 and 2. And we'll see where we wind up following that. Okay. So that's about centered. What if we did 1 and 1? Oh, then we'd still be off by 1. I want to try and have these all the way across. What if we did that? No. 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 That works. Okay, awesome. Clear up this weather, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side, which is all the way across. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Basically 2 holes and 1 solid. Then we'll finish this last row. There we go. And then we'll bring down these steps next so we can throw the roof on the centerpiece. And even though it doesn't have a frame up here to give us a reason to add that extra, we're going to go ahead and put it out too. That way it stays even with this other roof edge. Okay, just like that. Okay, so this is basically how it's going to look on the other side as well. But since it's kind of a long process, I don't want to have to make you guys sit through that, and you should have the idea of what I'm doing by now. So I'll go ahead and cut here, and then I will be back once his roof is entirely in. Alright folks, we are back now, and we've gone ahead and added the roof to both sides. Now, I'm sitting here looking at this, and it looks a little weird to me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and replace these corners with oak wood, kind of like a frame. And I don't know how I feel about that. It still looks a little off. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try throwing in a horizontal frame right in there. And it looks a little bit better, but I think I still want to do something else. So maybe if we put it all the way down through here. And then we do the same thing on the other side. And right there. Something like that, maybe? I don't know, it just adds a little bit more to it, I think. We'll fix that little gap and turn that into that. And then the rest of these should despawn on their own. Okay, so we'll leave this side be for now, and then we'll go and do the same thing over around here. which is 1, 2, 3, I believe. 2, 3. And then we'll do the horizontal one. And then we'll go down on the corners. Oops. Okay, so something just like that. Oh, we never added the steps to the bottom of this one, I guess. Here we go. And I think I also want to try adding something like that. That doesn't look too bad. I think we'll do it to the other side as well. And that side looks good. We'll just add this now. Okay, so this is pretty much the barn design, but right around here, we're actually going to go ahead and clear out this area a little bit because we want to do a little bit of an outside, sort of an exit into a fenced-in enclosed area that the horses can get out to from the individual stalls. Now, we'll go ahead and just add in some ground for now. And I want to try and keep the slope that it's at. You know what? I'm wondering if I should cut into the side of it instead. Oh well, we'll go ahead and just keep this slope, which would mean right about there. And down to, oops, there we go, something like that, I think. Then it'll be too high, assuming that this is all even. And in one of these episodes, we'll go ahead and come back through here and we'll make all the landscaping look better and a special tutorial on how to do that kind of thing. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and carry this all the way across now. And it looks like we've got some more trees in the way. If you're building something like this out in the prairie, it'll probably be a lot easier to do. That, or even easier, would be a super flat world. Okay. So we go out like that. And clear the weather. Okay, something like that. And that should do the trick. Then we'll bring out this last one. And I believe the horses should still be able to walk through that. You would just take a little bit of damage if you tried to walk through that on a horse. But ideally, or more realistically, I suppose, you'd wind up leading the horse inside the stall and then put on the saddle and all that good stuff to ride. I don't know, I was very young when we had a horse last. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and light up some of this area because it is getting kind of dark. And we'll want to set the time back to day as well. Now, as for these stalls, we're going to be doing a few of these little, I don't even know what to call them, but this is actually one too far out. There we go. Is this one as well? No, this one's okay. Alright, so we'll go ahead and add in some fencing for now. And then we'll do something like this, I think. Then just go ahead and do that for now so we can mark where these are. So we've gone ahead and lit up this inside area, and honestly, this is such a big indoor area that you could probably even have some other types of animals in here if you wanted to. Now, since I do need to do tutorials for some other barn styles, I think I'll go ahead and keep it to horses for now. But if you're playing your own Minecraft survival world, you could definitely do something along those the stalls a little bit more roomy. And we're just going to go ahead and replace all this grass here with spruce while we're working on this side of the stalls. And this small little area back here actually is not going to be a stall. This is going to be just a little bit of extra storage space, maybe for like tackle or hay or something along those lines. Now, let's see. Oh, just forgot this little area. Okay. So we've got 3 stalls on that side of the building, which isn't a lot if you're trying to get all the horse types, but it's enough for now. And then we'll go ahead and do, and you know what? For inside of here, I actually want to do it a little bit different. I think we'll go ahead and do it with, yeah, we'll stick with spruce. And then we'll actually go ahead and add the fence up on top of here. That way it makes it a little bit more unique and is higher up. Another benefit to having larger stalls like this is that you can put in little individual sets of like hay and whatever else you might need in here, like a water trough and those types of things. Oh, that's not one. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do something like that. And then we'll bring down these doors. And we'll also do the spruce fence. Okay. Just like that. Nope, you can't fly over it. Not enough room. Then we'll put in these spruce doors as well. And those have a very Barney style look to them. And we'll do this last one. Okay, and so that's the basic idea of the indoor stall sections. We're going to throw some torches up here on these posts, and we can get rid of the ones on the floor. And we'll also turn it back to day and clear the weather so that nothing burns. Now, really quick, going back here to the outside of the building, you can do this in two ways. You can either do spruce doors with spruce fences along the top, and that works in order to get in there. Or, I think in this case what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I want this to be open, and there's not going to be any animals wandering around on the inside. They're all going to be in their own stalled areas. Stalls, I suppose. Not stalled areas. And so because of that, we're going to go ahead and use some trap doors on the side to make it look like there are some big open doors on the side of this. That way we can always just come through here and walk. And we could even do it something like that. And if you wanted to do the things up there, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it with all three. Okay, then we'll do the same thing on this other side before we forget. And let's swing around here to this side. Now for this, we can do this in two ways. We can either leave it open, or we can go ahead and close it off. I think in this case we're going to go ahead and close it off. That way, if for some reason we don't want them out roaming in the area that's going to be all fenced in around here, then we can keep them from doing that. These would even work as some little small outer stalls too if you had a bunch of horses and needed more room. Okay, and again, this little area is going to make a nice little nook for some more hay and basically just decorations to make it look more like a horse barn. Now coming back into here, we're going to want to try and mimic what we have on this side. So we'll grab the oak here and we'll bring it all the way across. And then we'll just go ahead and kind of match it up here. Which is 4 and 4. Oh, that's actually a 3. No, we'll make it 4. Which is 1 over here. Okay. And then so up here we can probably do some steps and make this a loft area where we have some more hay. I know, there's a lot of hay. Alright, just like that. We'll repeat the process. Oh, whoops, didn't need to do that. Do that. And let's go ahead and throw up some torches here really quick. There we go. And, oh, this is one off. Okay. I guess we will need that eventually. There we go. And we'll put in the fences. Oh man, struggling today. Just like that, and that. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and replace the floor while we're in here. Okay. And then I think for the next step, I'll go ahead and replace the rest of this flooring, and then I'll go ahead and I'll be back with you guys. Now that we've gone ahead and finished the floor, I think I'm going to go ahead and, let's go ahead and add some ladder, I think. Might be kind of weird if we did steps. And we'll lead this right up here. And we'll go ahead and do some more spruce trapdoors. And we'll... Oh, you know what? That's too high, actually. That could be a problem. Okay, so that's actually too low to do. Is that? What if we just did something like... Oop, not like that. Like this. And we added them right along here. And then we'll actually go ahead and add a dark oak plank right under here. And maybe right there too. If you didn't do the inside, it wouldn't be too noticeable. It's just if you were standing inside of the stalls that you would see that that inner side is missing. So I think we might have missed one. Oh nope, we look okay. Alright, so now we've got a little bit of a loft area. And I guess what we can do is we can put it right up along here. That should work. And we could even do the same thing to the other side if we wanted. I think in this case we'll be okay. But you could definitely do that to make it look symmetrical if you wanted to. Now I'm gonna go ahead and... It's looking kind of dark back here. So if you're playing in a survival world, that might be dangerous. Mobs could spawn. So I'm just going to throw in some more torches back there. And one that I don't really use, but I probably should use more, is lanterns. So if you could find a good spot here, I almost wonder if maybe we do something like this. Does that look weird? Let's see. If we do something like that, and then we grab those lanterns, then we just hung them from here. Does that look strange? Well, it's up to you if you want to do it in your own world. You can do that if you have the materials for lanterns, or you can just leave it as it was with the torches. Those are a lot easier to make. But either way, I think they both look pretty good. I think for now, we'll go ahead and replace these. That way, everything matches. But we'll leave the torches in the back since it would be kind of hard. Well, I guess it really wouldn't because we could just hang them from here. Okay, we are learning to use lanterns today in our builds. Honestly, I think the reason that I don't use them more is simply because I play so much 1.12 modded that I usually forget that these are a thing. Alright, so now we've got all these lanterns, it's nice and bright in here, and I think for back here I actually just want to add torches. I don't know, I think that almost looks a little bit better with the torches back there and the lanterns up front. But you can do it however you want. If you want to mix and match, that's certainly okay. Do whatever you think looks best. And then we're going to go ahead and throw in these windows really quick. You know what I remembered? We have to go ahead and add in some hay bales and some water troughs before we end it here for today's video. So let's go ahead and grab some hay bales, along with maybe some wool. Let's do that. Oh, that might actually be too yellow. I was thinking we could mix and match it some, but I don't think that'll work. Okay, and we'll grab the water. Alright, so now we'll just go ahead and stack this up here. It doesn't really matter which way it's pointing. If you want it all to be in one way, you can do that, or you can mix and match. And we'll go ahead and do one bale of hay and one water trough in each of these. Maybe do that, and right there. Yeah, that works. Alright, I think we just go in and place them all at once here. And now let's go up here to this loft as well and add just a few stacks. So something like that, and try and make it as random as possible. That way it kind of looks like it was just thrown up here wherever it would fit. If you are planning on running around up here, then you might want to try and keep this as clear as possible, or make it so that you've got a sneaky way to get back there. Something like, if you were to do that, you could get by, and if you did that, it looks like it's completely full, or whatever you want to do, depending on how much you're planning on using this loft. Something like that, and like that. Sure. Oh, well, actually, maybe like that. There we go. Alright, so we got our hay bale loft. We've got water and food in there for all the horses that we wind up having. And we'll just go ahead and fill up these cauldrons with water. And you know what? Let's go ahead and add some horses in there as well, because why not? Alright, let's see what we get. Lucky horse number 1. Black, very nice. 2. Is that a brown spots or a yellow spots? I think it's a brown spots. Hard to say. We got a white in our little stall, and a black with boots in the little stall. Oh, you know what? That's another thing too, actually, we might need to change. Is they can jump up on this stuff, so we might need to move those hay barrels. Okay, and... Oh no, I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! Oh, we saved him. We saved black number 2. Okay. Well, he's just gonna go without a cauldron for now. And then we'll fix this really quick. Just like that. Oh, and there's not a lot of room for him, so we'll just do that. Okay, then coming back around out to here, we'll fix the time. And I just want to throw in a few more hay barrels down here to kind of show you guys how this would look a little bit more decorated. Oh, maybe use something like that. Should be good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so... Oh no! Our barn! This is why I don't like thunderstorms. Alright. We'll fix our roof there. And folks, that is going to call it for today. I hope you did enjoy this barn, the style, and how we made the horse barn is what this one is going to be called. So if you are excited to see a few different styles, or if this one didn't quite fit your fancy, go ahead and stay tuned for the next videos. We're going to be doing, uh, uh, mm, hmm, okay, there's a villager, a wandering trader up there. Anyways, we are going to be doing more videos like this. So if you want to see more cool builds, more weird wandering traders, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe because those really do help me out. So, stay tuned for the next Minecraft How to Build. Bye!